So looking at this, you can see that the city basically has a radius of 3.5 hexes. Okay? Or another way of looking at it would be to look at your city center, and if you count out 3 hexes, that will be the border, the edge of your city. And if you do that on the next side of the hex, 1, 2, 3, that will be the border. And your border is a straight line between those two you just counted out to. So a little pyramid, okay, of with sides the length of 4. A triangle. I said pyramid. I'm sorry. Okay, a triangle with the sides a length of 4. Okay, and so you could extend that anyway and calculate where your city will expand to. Just by going off one of the faces, 3 squares, counting over 4. There you go. All right. Now back to where we're going to put the city, if we're able to get there before Jaguar Head, dude, Montezuma. Well, of course we want fresh water. I don't mind a little overlap with the capital. I don't want to leave big gaps. Looks like I got some fresh water here, but that won't be a good city to put up anytime soon. Maybe if I put it here, bought this tile, I'd get some wheat, but otherwise it's pretty bereft territory. If I put it here, in the end, 1, 2, 3, this bananas and deer would be in my city. That's really not a great spot to put a city. It's going to be way overlapping the capital, which is going to necessarily take up more tiles than any other city that you have. So I discount this as a location for a second city. Not happening. Okay. We've got fresh water out here and here, so my first city I build after the capital is going to be in one of these two areas. This area looks the most promising. Okay. And if I go here, let's say, 1, 2, 3, we got an overlap there. It would go out that far. 3, it would go out, oop, went the wrong way. It would go out like that. There would be a gap here. That looks like a hill. If this is a mountain range all the way along here, and it looks like it might be, because it kind of looks like it goes into a mountain there, then I want to be sure to cover down to the mountain range and out far enough not to leave a gap that can't be covered by another city here. Okay, so I wouldn't worry about this tile because this is probably where I'd build a city here. So 1, 2, 3, right on the bananas right now looks like the best spot. I will get the mercury. I will get 2 cocos, two of which I could trade off for other luxuries with other civilizations, because I already have a cocoa in my capital. There is the downside of building on a resource, but I will have to see what the terrain is like here, whether maybe I'll put it here. Okay. Either way, I got river, nice territory. We will see shortly. I just wanted to go through my process of deciding where I'm going to go. And in fact, right now, after this turn, I'm going to head my scout up the river to Palanque and across to look at the territory on the other river, on Roma River here. That's what we're calling it. That's River Roma. All right. So we have to choose our production. And I think I've decided I'm going to build another builder. I've got 6 years left on irrigation. Okay. And I'm going to get some of these uh, quarries up and help out production in the capital. I'm going to bring this slinger down here, find out who that city-state is, meet them. And I thought there'd be a barbarian fort here, but I'm going to clear this here because I'm going to want a coastal city. And I'm not seeing coast over here, and I don't know how far coast is, so there's coast. But also, I'd like to get up here and check around the natural wonder and see if there's a good spot for the city there. Okay, which might be a better coastal city, well, with the desert. However, I might even build second city out here and put it right on production for the pyramids because I'll have desert. Okay, that doesn't mean somebody else doesn't have desert and is already building the pyramids. I haven't even got the technology yet, but it's something to think about for the future. However, my priority is to expand towards the Aztecs before they expand towards me. Alright, we get some wheat down here too. That's looking like really decent land. I definitely want to get down here. And yes, the banana tile looks like probably the best one here. So, having determined all that, I like to go like this. Now I want my slinger over there. That's where them horsemen came from, so maybe there's horses over here somewhere. But I want to use my slinger to meet the city-state.
Our city-state neighbors have made a request of us. If we can impress them, I think they will reward us handsomely.
So I don't see the horses, but I bet you there's horses here. I have a horse here. You want to get 2 horses unless you want to build an encampment to build your horses. So let's take a quick look at this city-state. I'm just going to call it Antan because I don't even want to try to pronounce that tongue twister. Antan here is cultural city-state. And it's going to give me extra culture for envoys. It's got a unique bonus of my civilization gaining 2% culture for each great person I have ever earned, which right now is 1. I've already had a great profit. But that only, remember, that unique bonus only comes in effect if you're suzerain. Okay. So, we got to look. They're influenced by one civilization who has 2 influence points on them. I would say they probably got those influence points by completing a quest for the civilization. 1, meeting them first. 2, completing the quest. And my quest is construct a holy site, which I will complete because I will be building a holy site. I wonder if there's a river down there. Well, I've got to clear that fort because I don't want horsemen uh, spawning on me anymore. Horsemen bad. So I'm going to bring my... I would like to explore around this city, but it's going to take too long. I'm just going to bring him back to try to support my warrior. However, maybe I won't. Now I'm thinking, if I run into a horseman with this slinger, dead, dead, dead. Okay. He's got, 5 melee strength. Okay. That's less than a scout with 10. Okay. And it's half of a warrior. I mean, a quarter of what a warrior has. I think I'd rather save this guy and spend the money to upgrade him to an archer in the future than send him over here, because it's likely when I'm attacking this fort here with my warrior that a horseman, a horse archer will spawn here. Okay, I'm not going to be a wimp about it. I'll send my guy there. I'm also going to bring this guy back. As of right now, I was going to send him a little further that way, but he's got to come home now. This is a threat. I kind of hoping that damn had killed it before I even knew who they were. Okay, we got one quarry done. I would love to see what's over there, but I'm not going to, because I want to start attacking ASAP as soon as possible. Remember, marsh, defense modifier 2. I do not want to move on that square. I'm going to move here and do my attack. And basically same deal as the last outpost. With any luck, I'll have it dead before these guys arrive to help, but I'm not taking that chance, because if horsemen come, I'll just jump in the forest and fortify and hopefully survive until my reinforcements arrive, or maybe even try to run. But this guy will spawn something. He could even spawn a ranged quadmarine, okay, a early ancient era ship, or maybe it's even classical era. It's like a galley, but loaded with archers, and that could be devastating. Okay, so I have no idea when the last time he spawned is, whether he's due for a spawn or not. It's a risk having only one guy here. However, the cost-benefit analysis is Barbarian Outpost must die. Otherwise, you'll be spawning more horsemen. Oh, looked like we're doing a little better than last time. Is that my ranked up guy? Yeah, that's the guy who killed the last outpost, actually. This guy had the kill one. I've already given them orders, so I'm going to forget about them. Ooh, I saw a barbarian horse archer right up there on them sheep. While I was moving briefly, I shouldn't have moved all them squares. I should have stopped one at a time, but I was being lazy, because then I could have got a better view.